Okay, guys, welcome back. We're going to be hitting up a pedestrian port, a very busy port. I won't go into exact details of the location and the people involved, but this is just one for the books and one for the actual lesson learned, and lesson learned and with actual knowledge of what's actually occurring, and was able to walk away from this actual situation. Okay, so uh, this port consists of a secondary actual section in the pedestrian area. And it just consists of a table, a couple of chairs, and a couple of either customs or actual immigration or actual agriculture too. So a female officer, a veteran female officer, I should say, a veteran female officer requested a an agent in his 20s to back her up. Okay, and this actual agent took the backup the way he should have taken it. Okay, because that female agent was going to escort a female to a pat down, and that pat down was just right through the door next to the actual customs secondary table. It's a controlled room. It has consists of a counter, a table, and a bench in an open area, and also has a back door. So when she asked this actual agent, a male agent, for backup, he obliged and said, no problem, and took her actual seat in the secondary table. As she's escorting this female towards the back, the door closes behind her, and then reopens the door and asks that male agent to back her up. And he said, I got you. I'm here. You're okay. And she said, no, come inside, to a female pat down. Just think about that. Okay? And these pat downs can get very, very personal, very touchy, very in depth, especially when you're dealing with a female's anatomy. Okay? So the male agent is wide eyed now, and this veteran inspector is serious. And as that male agent walks in, she explains that she is conducting this actual pat down for the reason that this particular pedestrian has crossed numerous times in a matter of hours, and she witnessed it, and she's just curious to why she's crossing so many times within a few hours. What's the purpose of it? Blah blah. And also wants the male agent to actually explain that to her, explain it in the way that she just explained it to you about the multiple crossing within hours in Spanish. Okay, first of all, this veteran agent is well known to speak Spanish. Okay, she's a veteran. She's been there for quite a long time. There's no need for anybody to translate for her. That's the first. That's the second red flag. So this agent, much younger, in his early 20s, kind of just side eyes the situation and does the smart thing. Okay? He's well aware of the surrounding of that room. He then proceeds to pass both of them in because they're almost right by the door. He decides to actually pass them in, pass by them, and hit a little, like a little, how do you say it? Like the old saloon doors when they swing, a swing door, I guess it just swings back and forth. A little half door, the level of the actual counter, and swings that and shoots for the actual the rear door. Now that rear door is an exit. It leads to a back area, a common area, a restroom area. So there's actual people walking through there back and forth. And he proceeds to actually hit the door. As soon as he hits the door, he doesn't want to leave this agent by himself, and she doesn't. And he doesn't want to actually not want to back her up. That's not break protocol because that's not protocol. Another female should have been called in, and even immigration should have been there. Agriculture, any female but a male is not allowed in there, and a male can get brought up on charges for that. Forget the lawsuit. Forget the actual being sued by this female. No, no, forget all that. You're looking at criminal charges of some kind of sexual harassment. So as he is walking out, he has one foot inside the actual room and one foot in the hallway, and he's facing out the hallway and does a smart thing and actually conducts a conversation with an individual while the pat down is going down. Now you can see that there's actually a pat down going down, but you're not actually seeing any kind of details of what the actual inspector is searching this female pedestrian. Okay, but you can see if there's a scuffle, if there's a need, that male agent could easily back back her up fast within seconds. And as the search is conducted, everything was fine. Female was let go northbound. No incident report was ever written up by that female inspector, not that I ever heard of. And that male agent just kept it going and did it the right way. But had to speak to an actual supervisor regarding that. You can't let that. You can't let that go because if you don't bring it up, somebody else might bring it up, and that might have been your setup right there. And the way I saw it, I looked it up as a setup. Well, I don't know what her intentions were, but that wasn't cool to put somebody in that situation. Not at all. So nothing ever came of it. Uh, it wasn't ever spoken ever again, and just kept it moving. But you just had to be careful for situations like that. You had to be careful with actual, um, which I never did. Don't just because you never, nothing ever comes out of a relationship good. Everything ever comes out good of a relationship at an employer, at an employment. You know what I mean? And with an employee, never does. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.